Alright, grade 10, we're now on the 11th of August and we are going to do activity 7.5 and 7.6. 7.5 is adapting 7.4 so that we use letters of the alphabet instead. So let's go and do that. So it's the same program, but now we're going to put letters of the alphabet in there. Okay, so we don't need to use val anymore, so we can get rid of val because we're not going to be trying to convert a number, to an integer. We don't need R start and R end. It's going to be two characters, C start and C end. And we don't need R num and R code. Just need C start and C end. We're going to go from one character, char data type. Now we'll carry on like R count equals 0 and so on, but our for loop is not going to be an integer anymore. It's going to be a char data type, CK. The CK is going to go from one character to another character. If you look carefully over here, it says we're going to start from A to G there in that case, and take note it has to be capital letters or small letters. And the number of iterations will be, in this case, will be 7. You can count it. So we're still going to have our counter to count how many times the loop will run. So we'll have R count equal to 0 and put that into our quantity at 0, starting at 0. Just in our caption, this caption over here, we'll start it off with 0. And this now must be CK, must go from C start, a character, to a character. And yes, characters act like numbers. A goes, B's after A and C's after B and so on. Now we have to get our input. The input is a tricky one, EDT start and EDT end. So we're going to say C start colon equals EDT start dot text, but we have to use character number 1. A char data type must only be one character, and C end must be equal to EDT start EDT end character number 1. Can you see we use the square brackets to show which character we're dealing with? So that's the first character. The way we're going to check to see if the edit box has got characters in, we can say if EDT start, if length of EDT start, because we don't want more than one character in the box, if the length of EDT start dot text, if the length of that is not equal to 1, then we can show a message and exit. Begin, end, show a message. It's not really necessary because we're just taking the first character in anyway. Please enter one character only, and we can do, and then we'll exit. So we'll do the same thing for EDT end dot text. So EDT end dot text. So that exit means that the procedure will exit and we can type in again. Even if they only put one character in, we still have to say the char data type C start has to be one character. You can only use char data types with our for loop. You cannot use strings over here. Okay, you cannot use strings. You can only have integers or chars. You can have Boolean as well, but why would you want to say B found equals true to false? No. Integer and characters only in our for loop, and that first sentence, the first line of the for loop. And then you have begin and end. So we're going to do the same as before. So it must, why would we put a square brackets 1 there? Because it's character number 1. This is a string. EDT start.text is a string, not a character. You can't say a character equals to a string. You may not. You have to go and at least have a character number at the end of the string so that there's only one character being used. In this case, character number 1. There will not be character number 2. There won't be character number 3. Why? Because we've already told the processor, we've told the user that if the length is not equal to 1, if the length of this string here is not equal to 1, then we want to make them only enter one character. So it is only going to be character number 1. For each one of those it will be used, and that's how you convert a string to a char. So the left hand side and the right hand side must be the same data type, and that's how we do it. If this is a string here, you've got to put a character number in square brackets if you want to make it equal to a character data type or a char data type. So what are we doing now? The for loop is going to go, CK is a character, must go from whatever C start is to whatever C end is, and then we're going to count like we did before, display the counter in the label LBL quantity, display the character inside EDT current dot text, this box over here, and then we'll do the sleep and the application process messages. Okay, what's the error? Let's see. EDT end, what? Class, dot text. Dot text, silly me. You must always use the dot text property of your edit box in code. So let's start with a small a and end with a small h, and you'll see it'll go slowly to h, and there's 8 iterations there. If you go from a small a, or if you go from a large A to a small h, you'll see that it's not going to be really good. We're going to go all the way through the capital letters of the alphabet, and only then will it go to the small letters of the alphabet, X, Y, Z. You can see then it's going to go to all of these other characters as well. So you can't put small letters, and I'm going to close that quickly because I don't want that to happen because it's going to take too long. So you must have small letters only or capital letters only. So if you want to go from D to D to R, say, now it'll count. Can you see the current values being displayed there? Before, if we had small letters and large letters mixed up, then you're going to have a problem. You can actually solve that problem also by converting everything to capital letters, by saying, okay, this is uppercase. Uppercase will convert a small letter to a capital letter, but it's a char data type. Uppercase is used with char data types. Uppercase is used with strings. Use uppercase with char and uppercase. Now this will make sure that they're all capitals if you want it that way. Right, so that's that one. Now 7.6. What if you want to go down from the highest to the lowest? So your start value must be higher than the end value. Okay, so we can use that with our character, and you can use it with your numbers. All you do is say you change this from C end down to, and you say down to C start to. So you're just turning it around. You're going from the highest to the lowest. So when we do it that way, we can put a capital Z here, say, and we can put a capital T here, from Z down to T. So, oh wait, no, we don't do C end here. We just say C start down to C end. We just use down to. That's all that you do. Even with the numbers, you can go, instead of 4k equals 1, 2, then you say 4k equals the higher value down to the end value. So if I put a Z here and I put a T over there, Z, Y, X, W, V, U, R, T. There we go. So it went down from Z down to T. So you can do it that way. And if you had I start here down to I end, it will start. It means that if you can tell them to put a high number there down to a low number. So you get that idea, hey? Right, I won't carry on with that. It's quite easy. Just use down to instead of to. Now, finding factors of a number. So that's what we were doing today, and then tomorrow we will do a program about that. But it's really quite simple. So I'm going to show you in a spreadsheet how to find factors of a number. We'll take a simple number to start off with. Okay, let's start with the number 9. Okay, right, now we know that we count from 1 to 9 for that number, don't we? 7, 8, 9. Okay, we can count from 1 to 9. And for each one of these numbers, we're going to find out if 1 can go into 9 without a remainder. So what is 9 mod 1? Will be equal to 0. Okay. And 9 mod 2 is equal to 1. That's a remainder. 9 mod 3 equals 0. 3 can go into 9 without any remainder. 9 mod 4 equals 1, because 4 go into 9 2 times remainder 1. 9 mod 5 equals 5 can go only once, remainder 4. 9 mod 6 equals 3. 6 can go into 9 once, remainder 3. 9 mod 7 equals 2. 9 mod 8 equals 1. And 9 mod 9 equals 0. So from this we can see that that is a factor. So 1 is a factor, 1 is a factor, 3 is a factor, and 9 is a factor. When the mod is 0, then we know that that is a factor of a number. So that's a factor, that is a factor, and that is a factor of 9. We're going to use that mod to calculate the factors of a number. Now I just want to see in my folder here. So that's my for loop that we did. So we did that, and the factors we're going to do tomorrow. So we'll see you again next time.